for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Defense wins championships, baby. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Here's Tannehill. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. The left side completion to Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Play action, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he rifles one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
To throw is Tannehill.
A check down here for Henry.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Tannehill on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got some space here. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again to Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. To try again after the sack, Tannehill. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Tannehill.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, it's Porter. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Tannehill.
He'll flip this out to Evans.
And he goes out right around the 39. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Tannehill throwing again. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 5.
Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, it's Porter. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Here we go. Here we go.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Right. He's tight right here.
Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
36.
To the air again, Tannehill. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's complete. Touchdown! A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this smoke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. A big play that time for the Titans. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 4, and let's get that roll. Mike 4, and let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike 4, got one, I got one.
Now it's Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after here coming up. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score, Chiefs 31, Titans 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Porter. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On 3rd down, it's Porter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They run the counter. Porter. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. Pushing his way through. Fighting through, and he's got space.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Again, Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio.
Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Julio Jones. 39 yards.
And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And he's taken down inside the 30.
123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Porter, he can't get him down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On 2nd down now, it's Porter, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Mahomes to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tannehill. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, it's Henry, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Tannehill to throw.
Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Tennessee,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.